We've got Mr. Abdul Muhammad, who is a legal practitioner. He joins us this morning. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you, sir.
Well, this is it's almost a year now, ever since this group of 38 army officers were kicked out of the army. The army did say that they were found guilty of serious offenses, and then they were out. So, but those group of people have been speaking out, saying they wanted the process to be revisited. The army has said no. Processes were followed, and then in time, maybe the next steps will be taken. But you happen to be in touch with that Army 38. You listen to their plight, and give us your perspective. You've heard what the army has said, that contrary to what the Army 38 are saying, that is not correct. What is the current situation of things now? What happened?
Okay, maybe we start from what happened previously. You know, at the beginning, the president said to the Minister of Defense, to the CDS, Chief of Army Staff, he said, look, army officers were involved in things that were not right. So we all agree that should be dealt with. So these people had two panels, and those panels did some investigations. And of course, we know those things happened, and we probably got people that that did them. But that's the surprise now. When the list comes out, we find a list that had persons that had absolutely no involvement with those things.
The list of the 38?
Yes. Now, it's amazing, and you think it could never have happened, but it happened 1 year ago. So you see, now let's look at facts. We had 38 persons. 9 of those persons appeared before the panel that was talking about arms dealing, arms purchase. 9 of them, they appeared as witnesses. 11 appeared before the panel on elections. They appeared as witnesses. 18 of the list did not appear before any of those panels, even as witnesses. None of the persons on the 38 list were specifically charged or asked to come and respond to specific charges against them before any panel whatsoever. So
they were made sacrificial lambs?
It probably wasn't that. Because if you think about it, it means somebody somewhere from the list of the Minister of Defense, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Chief of Army Staff, somebody in that group thought that it was quite possible that I will get people that are completely innocent and I'll throw them in this process, and somehow I intend to get away with it.
What do you think the motive is? Why would they do that?
We can only speculate. It turns your mind. You ask yourself, one, it couldn't happen, it happened. Okay, so we look at patterns. What are the patterns here? Is it like ethnic? I can't say an ethnic pattern. I can't say it. But it seems to be the case that for some reason somebody thinks that, oh, this person, whatever is ethnic group, it looks like somebody that might really go far. They just throw him down there. Oh, I don't like him.
Okay.
Maybe he's stubborn. He talks too much. Something. Just throw him down.
So it was the current situation now. Is it that these is it 9, 18, or the 38? What are they asking for?
Now what happened was that 22 of them decided to appeal to the president.
22
of them, only 38. Some of them just didn't want to appeal. And I'll give an example of Brigadier Lawson. He was the attaché in China, the first attaché in China.
Brigadier Lawson?
Yes. Somehow his name found its way into that list. And he thought to himself, why bother with these people? He did not appeal to the president. Clearly, he was not invited. He was not indicted. But just felt, how could the army that I've served do this? So he didn't appeal. So I'm saying that some appealed, some didn't. If they did not appeal, does not mean they were actually guilty of anything. The 22 that appealed to the president with an issue whereby, for some reason, the Minister of Defense, and I mention names, the Chief of Defense Staff and the Chief of Army Staff decided that they will not let this appeal get to the president. Now, I have to speak.
Why do you say that?
I said because As at 20th of this month, the Children Industrial Court in Abuja, on a case that we brought, had to make a specific order ordering the Chief of Defense Staff and the Chief of Army Staff to actually transmit these appeals to the President. That's more than 1 year.
What will happen if it gets to the President, do you think?
Okay, that's really the real issue now. See, we will assume, and I hope I'm right, because if I were to be wrong, then I'll be very worried for this country. We'll assume that the President will look at this, okay, and actually review it. Let me give you context. 38 Army officers. The youngest of them spent like 20 years in the Army. The oldest maybe 30 years. So on the average, 25 years. 38 persons times 25, that's now 150 years. That's almost a century of training paid for by Nigeria. That's a lot of human resource, right? Now, these guys have been disgraced, put out of work, right? Then they're saying to this commander-in-chief, look, this thing is not right. I didn't do this. So the least we will expect is that, okay, the President will look at it and say, look, I'm going to review this. Just review it. Look at it.
And reviewing doesn't mean it will be in their favor. It could go either way.
It could go either way.
But they don't want a review.
They don't want a review.
So are you cancelled to the 22 or the 38?
No. For the other ones that are not interested in a review, they've taken it, okay?
So this is like for the 22?
For the 22. So we speak for those 22.
But were you aware that the Army says that actually this chapter you're talking about actually are asking for leniency and not that they're not guilty?
You know, the Army says a lot of things, and it's very worrisome. They say it not because it's true. They know it's wrong, and they are wrong deliberately.
Did they not ask for leniency?
No, they didn't ask for leniency. They say that you tell me that I've committed disciplinary offenses, serious offenses.
Which is the argument. Yeah.
And I say, no. The Army record shows that I did not. And because the CNC is like the chief executive of the country, the rules say, look, I can appeal to him to look at what has happened and make sure the process has been done in my case.